are bodybuilders really weaker than the average power lifter? And I'm going to talk about it's just like this. All right, for those of you guys unaware, I got into this because of a love of bodybuilding. I've been lifting for about 32 years, on and off, a few breaks. I was all about Tom Platz and Arnold and Lee Haney and all those classic guys. And it wasn't until 2007 that I found out about a sport called powerlifting, made the transition, and now people call me a power lifter. But until that time, I practiced power building, where I would get as strong as humanly possible, generally in the 5 to 12 rep range. Now, I'm also an industry writer and editor. I've done video work. I've traveled. I've met tons and tons of celebrities, tons and tons of natural bodybuilders. In my powerlifting travels, I've trained with hundreds and hundreds of powerlifters. I know a lot of the top powerlifters by heart on natural and unnatural. Now, there is some information that floats around on the web, and guys will ask me like, hey, this bodybuilder isn't very strong compared to a top-level powerlifter. I want to share with you some personal experiences when it comes to bodybuilders. Now, powerlifters are generally very one-rep max strong. We all know that. That's their function, to get as strong as possible on the squat, bench press, and deadlift. I'm a powerlifter. They say, oh, I'm not very strong. I don't train for strength. And then we proceed to go to the gym, and they just slaughter heavy iron. I mean, they are strong. I would say 98% of these guys are super strong. They don't know anything about powerlifting. They live in the bodybuilding realm. But when you train with them, they could easily be competitive powerlifters. So the idea that bodybuilders are somehow less strong than powerlifters, therefore there's a different style of training, in my experience, this is complete bullshit. But they are super strong. Everyone impresses me. There's about 10% I meet that are a little bit weaker than I expect. But still, they're still as strong or stronger than most of the average gym rats. And they're pretty impressive. They can do a crazy amount of volume, stuff that will kill a power lifter. And he was deadlifting with 405 for like 90 minutes the other morning. He did like at least 100 reps. I'm like, that would kill me. That would kill me. So he's not in there pulling 600, but he's doing 405 for probably 100 reps. So I will say, pound for pound, if you consider the weight of these bodybuilders, these guys are strong, because I have traveled and trained with extensively natural bodybuilders, natural powerlifters on all levels, top, the mid, and is a competitive bodybuilder or a competitive powerlifter is freaking strong, They might say they don't train for strength. They might say they're not very strong. But when you get into the gym, these bodybuilders are just as strong as most of the powerlifters. They could easily be competitive powerlifters. Number one, they could be a genetic freak. Number two, it could be the case that they got a lot stronger during the process where they built 90% of their mass when they were building the majority of their mass and strength. You got to understand, they trained differently. I talked to Frank Zane, Mr. Olympia Frank Zane. I interviewed him years ago, and he's a mind-muscle connection guy. When I talked to Frank was a power lifter when he built his mass. And after he built 95% of his muscle mass, did he go over to the pumpy stuff, or just a slightly lighter weight, or doing pumpy work or whatever. I would bet that during the years where he built majority of his mass, that he got a lot stronger, and just lately has changed his training style to maybe go a little bit more moderate. Let's be real here. It's much easier to maintain mass, and now they just train a little bit differently to save themselves. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, check out the link below. If you've made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.